what is the war that is happening, going on between Pengassan and Dangote. Now, this unionization, there are so many things happening there. Now, my own take on this is, I have problem against unionization. Both sides, they have their points. The union, the essence of the union, if not corrupt, if not that the unions are so corrupt, if the unions play their roles, Nigerian workers would have been having they would have good welfare package, good remuneration system. But the Pengassan, they are just like politicians, so they are as corrupt as people in government. So when they say they are fighting for the workers, they are truly not that. In fact, they are not fighting for the workers. They are fighting for themselves. They just enrich themselves. That's what they do. Now, I understand unionism, if it works, it is to protect, to fight against slavery, the employer enslaving the employees. So that is just it. But the point is, both of them have points. I don't have issues with both sides. I think on both sides, Pengassan, because they are corrupt, I don't trust them or whatever. Then Dangote again, unionization, because union makes it can cripple the entire system. It makes things difficult for the owners of the company. It actually makes them to be controlled by the union, because if the union says no, they can cripple your business or whatever. So that is not whatever. But the point is this, Barrister, Dangote fired so many people because of union. Some of them they decided to join union. But that is what we had. But that is not the true story. I'll come back to that. But before I come back to that, what is your take between the fight in the fight between Pengassan and Dangote? And besides, before that, I do not say another point I wanted to make. I think Dangote is too young to be unionized. I think Dangote is too young. Dangote refinery, sorry. The refinery is too young. I expect Pengassan, the union executive, to allow Dangote to run for some time, for some years, before they can think about unionization. But I don't think that is the problem.
That one does not come into play. But let me go back to the first issue. The fight is simply about money, nothing more. Now, Pengassan is a union. What Dangote wanted to do, Dangote has imported about 4,000 trucks. He wants his own company, a different company from the refinery, to be delivering products directly to filling stations nationwide. So he bought about 4,000 trucks, on which he wants to employ, according to him, each truck will have about 6 personnel. He has opened a training school to train the drivers. He has opened a company that will be in charge of that. So he does not want those workers or his workers to join Pengassan. He wants them to join a new union. Now, under our laws, you automatically, as a worker in that category, belongs to an already existing union. It's automatic. Once you are a worker in Dangote and you belong to the category of Pengassan, for instance, if you are a driver, I think you belong to, is it Pengassan or Nupen? Automatically. So they check off dues. They take a part of your salary every month by law and pay to the union direct. So you see, when you are talking of thousands of employees, we are now talking of hundreds of millions that the union is going to get from such an enterprise. So Dangote's action will deprive Pengassan of the check-off dues. They can belong to another union, but Pengassan would have been deprived of hundreds of millions, if not billions, in check-off dues from the members that would automatically belong to them. Now, the law says that you belong automatically to the union, but you can sign out of it in writing. You can say, I do not want to belong to the union as a worker. So that's what Dangote got those workers to say. And that is the dispute that Pengassan have with Dangote. They want to unionize. They want that union to exist in Dangote. And some of them that joined, Dangote decided to fire I think 700 employees
800.
and employed Indians. He still has about 1,000, a couple of thousand Nigerians in his refinery. It's not as if he has fired Nigerians. It is the fight on the issue. And Dangote is saying, look, each truck I have, I'm going to employ 6 Nigerians for that particular truck. So for 4,000 trucks, I'm going to employ about 24,000 Nigerians. And the conditions of service, I'm paying my drivers 3 times the average wage that you, Pengassan, in other establishments are getting. I'm paying my workers more than not workers, drivers, more than what graduates are earning in Nigeria. In addition to that, if you work in the refinery for 5 years as a driver, ordinary driver, you are entitled to a housing loan to build your house. So I'm giving them extremely far better conditions that you can get anywhere. But I don't want the trouble of Pengassan, because everybody knows that the union, they are actually not out for the workers.
Yeah, that's
and
what
I
I
used
said.
to, because I have seen it myself in the days of textile workers, the Adams, Oshomole, and the Co. You will always see them very fat, but no single person working in the factory,
Textile, yeah.
in the textile, using the machines, heavy machines. No, none of them had flesh on him. They were like sticks. Why the union leaders were feeding on them? Whenever they went for negotiation for increase in, the management will take millions and give the leaders, and then you see the percentage of
Crumbs.
increase will be like 5% increase in salary. If you are taking 1,000 naira and they give you 5, but the workers are not doing anything. The refineries are completely down. So they are also part of the problem. Dangote has invested over 20 billion. He needs to recoup his investment. He doesn't want that kind of problem. And this union, they also help to cripple the refineries.
That's what I
All
wanted
these
to say.
they are the principal culprits in
Yeah.
crippling the.
Now, according to reports, now some of the problems that Dangote, that one of the reasons, if not the reason, why Dangote fired, apart from unionization, I think Dangote fired these people, including Nigerian engineers, and replaced them with Indian engineers. What they are afraid of is sabotage, because some of these people are moles within the system who will want to sabotage Dangote refinery, the production. So they are skeptical of them. They don't trust Nigerians, especially people who are part of the Pengassan or whatever. So
union. This
so
is where I was going
that.
to. I have particular instance I can give you in Kaduna refinery. You know, the refinery has a weigh bridge and a computerized loading bay.
Yeah.
If you bring a 33,000 liter, the computer will dispense exactly 33,000 liter, and then the truck will drive over the weigh bridge. The weigh bridge will record exact amount in the tank in the tank before you leave. What the workers do is to disable the computer and disable the weigh bridge.
Wow.
physically.
Wow.
If they repair it today, if management repair today, next week it is not working.
Wow.
So when you bring the truck 33,000 liters, they will load 40,000.
Wow.
Because it's loading manually. And when you because the weight bridge is also not weighing, you drive out with 40,000 liters. Instead, on the books, it
They'll
is
say
33,000. When you go out in Kaduna, there was a place in the bush where they dug holes, cemented them. You discharge the 7,000 liters, and then you take it to the person that sent you the 33,000 liters. This is what is happening. So
Wow.
it is the union members that sabotage all this. They know all the ways to sabotage. So Dangote did not want these problems. They are experts. The Pengassan, their experts are doing these things. He didn't want it.
Yeah, that's why they
And
decided
that's why he did not want his workers to unionize with Pengassan.
Yes.
So on this issue, the public is behind Dangote.
Yes,
in Nigeria.
I am behind them.
Overwhelming public opinion is behind Dangote.
Yeah, I agree with you because Pengassan is highly corrupt. It's about money. I said it earlier. It's not about the workers. It's just about themselves. That is just it.
And of course, people are saying that Dangote is not paying slave wages. He's paying far more than what other people are paying.